The creators of Jason David Frank's long-awaited final film, Legend of the White Dragon, just released a lot of new information about the status of the movie, including a potential release date. The short answer is that we may know the exact release date in the next 3 months, potentially in June, and there is some reason to think that that date will be September 4th. But there is quite a bit to unpack from the creator's recent statements. Legend of the White Dragon is an upcoming film from Bat in the Sun Productions, an independent production studio that has a long history of collaborating with everyone's favorite Power Ranger. All the way back in 2019, a KickStarter campaign was launched to fund the production of a feature film. But it wasn't until mid-2020 when the $500,000 funding goal was achieved. Delayed even further through the pandemic, in 2023, the film was given a new release date of September 4th, 2023. Which was definitely not a coincidence, because this is Jason David Frank's birthday, and at that point, he had tragically lost his life the year before, in November 2022. However, that July, it was further delayed until the first quarter of 2024, where it was then delayed again without any information on a future release date, until recently. Last month, the Bat in the Sun Facebook page announced, "The film is picture locked and in the hands of the color correcting and sound mixing hands. We're just a couple of months away from officially taking it out and finding its distribution." A few weeks later, Jason's daughter, Jenna Frank, who portrays his character's daughter in the film, did a 70-minute live stream with one of the Bat in the Sun co-founders. If you were ever a Power Rangers fan, it's definitely worth watching the full video to hear Jenna talk about how amazed she is by the film and what it was like to make the project with her father. But here's what they had to say about the release date. Aaron was asked when a new trailer would drop, and he said after the film is color corrected and the sound is mixed, which he estimated would maybe be 3 months, but they want to drop a new full 3-minute trailer that has the release date locked when they do that. Later, he was asked if there was going to be a special screening of the film at San Diego Comic-Con. And Aaron said that he couldn't confirm or deny anything, but there will be something there, and he actually just spoke to them last week and let them know the film will be done by then. For reference, this year's San Diego Comic-Con is scheduled for July 24th to the 27th, which is about a month after the 3-month timeline they mentioned earlier. But given that San Diego Comic-Con is the biggest Comic-Con in the US, this date makes a lot of sense to drop the new trailer and release date if it's possible at that point. And their final mention of a potential release date came later in the stream when Aaron said that September 4th would be ideal because it's Jason's birthday, but that is definitely not official. He also said that it's a bit more complicated than just releasing it on YouTube because they're in talks with both streamers and discussing a theatrical release, so it's in the hands of the people with the money. But they are in the final stages of getting the release date. As to which streaming platform Legend of the White Dragon may be released on, this is just me speculating, but if I had to guess one that makes the most sense, I think that would be Disney+. In March of this year, The Wrap reported that Jonathan Steinberg and Dan Schatz, the showrunners for Percy Jackson and the Olympians, are in talks to create a live-action Power Rangers series for Disney+. Now, Legend of the White Dragon is not a Power Rangers film, but given the many connections the film has to Power Rangers, Disney Plus seems to make the most sense at this point. But now I turn it over to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please subscribe so you don't miss future updates. And remember,